Also tonight, exclusive new details on a story we broke last night. A laptop allegedly once owned by the suspect in the Virginia Beach mass shooting dropped off to a state delegate.
The massacre at Building 2 still haunts the resort city more than 3 years after it happened. But 10 on Your Side has seen this laptop, which was left with Delegate Kelly Converse Fowler. There are a lot of questions about this computer, but we know now that police want to see it. 10 on Your Side's John Dowding is here with new details that you will see only on 10. John?
Yeah, Tom, let me get this out of the way first. 10 on Your Side has not been able to independently identify the owner of this laptop. Also, it's worth noting straight up, this situation is just odd. Here's what we know about how this was found. What was your reaction to this?
I kind of figured that there was something was going to pop up at some point.
Virginia Beach Delegate Kelly Converse Fowler announced Monday she obtained a personal laptop which allegedly belonged to the Virginia Beach mass shooter. He opened fire inside Municipal Building 2 on May 31st, 2019, killing 12. Almost 4 years later, Converse Fowler claims this laptop appears to be his.
We want to make sure people know that there was a laptop, although despite what the police investigation said.
In a statement today, the Virginia Beach Police Department said in part, no laptop was recovered from the mass shooter's condo and they've never been made aware one existed since the tragedy. So how did Converse Fowler get her hands on this? The sister of one of the victims was in the mass shooter's condo cleaning items out when someone with her discovered the laptop. But what were they doing in the shooter's house?
One of the family members filed in civil court against the estate of the shooter and won. And so there was a court order for the property, and the property was transferred.
Court paperwork, including the wrongful death lawsuit for over $2 million, and the deeds backs this up. As of October 2022, the family of one of the victims now owns the mass shooter's condo where this laptop was allegedly found. Converse Fowler was given the laptop on Sunday.
Where does it go next? And I think it's going to have to be some type of authority over Virginia Beach that can do it. So it might be the state police. I think that's just a question I need to have for my attorney.
The big question everyone has, what's on it? I got to take a look at it today, and there are detailed personal records, even what appears to be the purchase of a gun. Stick around. I'll show you all of that coming up at 6:15 in the newsroom. I'm John Dowding, 10 on Your Side.
All right, quite a mystery to unfold here. Thank you, Cass. We shared with you new information about a laptop computer found allegedly belonging to the man who shot and killed 12 people at the Virginia Beach Municipal Center.
A lot of questions swirl around this one laptop, but it's what's on there that could be of value to police. 10 on Your Side's John Dowding continues his exclusive reporting of this story. John?
Yeah, Tom, Lena, I need to repeat this again for those just tuning in. 10 on Your Side has not been able to independently identify the owner of this laptop, but dozens of personal documents and pictures seem to suggest who the owner could be. What if it's not his?
Then somebody put his stuff on it.
After logging on, Virginia Beach Delegate Kelly Converse Fowler is sure she was given the personal laptop of the Virginia Beach mass shooter. He opened fire in Municipal Building 2 on May 31st, 2019, killing 12. Earlier, I told you how she obtained the laptop. 10 on Your Side exclusively got a look at what's on it. In a May 2019 personal expense report, which was last modified on May 7th, 2019, there's a noted purchase of a Ruger AR-556, an assault rifle. The final report from VBPD says the shooter used .45 caliber handguns during the tragedy, but had purchased other weapons in the past. We saw dozens of other photos, including those of the shooter on the laptop, as well as other personal documents. Members of the Virginia Beach Mass Shooting Commission told us they'd like to see the computer make its way to VBPD or VSP in order to properly identify it. VBPD has asked Converse Fowler to hand over the laptop, but the delegate feels otherwise.
It should not go back into the hands of those that missed it to begin with. So I think finding out who that was and then having some responsibility there can help this not happen again.
Converse Fowler is an open critic of Virginia Beach's city government. I asked her what her motivation is for going public about this laptop.
I'm not thinking about re-election. I'm not thinking about those kind of things when I do this, but all I know is I don't know how long I'll have this platform, so I'm going to use it while I have it.
She also said it's about transparency, which she says is lacking from Virginia Beach officials, and says talking about the discovery illustrates one thing.
We are still vigilant we're still vigilant in getting information and getting answers for healing's sake for all the people that have been affected by that mass shooting.
A lot of answers still waiting for. Again, there's no official confirmation this laptop belonged to the mass shooter, but what's been found on it does raise a lot of questions. We'll have the full statements from VBPD, the Mass Shooting Commission, and those court documents mentioned earlier in the show over on wavy.com. I'm John Dowding, 10 on your side.